Hello, listeners of Align with Your Dharma. I am so excited that spring is here, and I'm feeling so grateful for the beautiful breeze, for the beautiful weather, and wherever you're listening from, whichever part of the world you're listening from. I'm hoping you're enjoying the spring weather as well. And whether you're listening when you're jogging or when you're listening when you're gardening, or you're taking some time to sit there and listen, I appreciate your support. And I'm hoping my intention is to provide the information that is beneficial for your mind, body, and soul. So you can take that information, incorporate it in your life, because every guest I talk to, I learn something new from them. So, with that being said, today I have this wonderful, beautiful soul who has this vibrant personality. Um, and I met this individual at a networking meeting. And so I want to introduce this individual who's a father, who's a brother, who's a mentor, who is a husband, and who's a hashtag proud girl dad. And he loves family, and you will see that when he's speaking. He loves his family. He enjoys traveling, and he gets happy to see people succeed. That says a lot about this individual, and you will see um, how passionate he is in helping people succeed. And he's an alumni of Florida A&M, and also an alumni of Moeller School in Ohio, in Cincinnati. And he's also an associate broker in Ohio and a principal broker in Kentucky. Without further ado, I want to introduce Mr. Dannel Shepard.
What's
Welcome.
what's up? Hey, that's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I
Yes,
appreciate that.
you have a vibrant personality, so I have to do justice to that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you. Hey, you do too now. Don't listen.
you. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. So right off the bat, I'm going to ask you, what motivates you? Who's your mentor because you have this vibrant personality.
So that's a loaded question. So there's a who motivates me. I guess I also take that as the why, my why, right? So my first one are my girls.
Mm.
So as you hear me talk about the Lizzo group, it's named after my daughters, the two princesses you were able to meet, as well as um, like my mom and my brother. So they are like, and my dad. My dad is very silent, but he has that when he speaks. He's that old school dad. When he speaks, it's like you go listen, whether you agree to it or not. And I mean, literally life. So my other, if you say podcast speaking, I've always been an outward guy, but there's a guy, and I'm gonna give him a shout out. His name is Barrett. They call him Big Mo Barrett,
Mm.
and he is the mouth of Molar Radio. And I tap in. He tells me when my breath stink. He tells me when I look good. He tells me when I can add in. I mean, the list can go on. But why I do what I do and why I get up every day and smile, honestly, it is my girls, and knowing that, you know, they can see me, they see light, and they see me overcome things. And so if you want to know who my mentors are, it's a wide range. And my other motivation, bless his soul, is my grandfather. He was that toolbox, that whenever you needed a wrench or needed something, he would always be like, yo, I got that. And you didn't even have to talk to him, and he would call you with a scripture or with a prayer or something. So that's always been my motivation.
So your dad, your brother, your mom, your brother,
Yep.
and your grandpa.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because it's family. Yeah. I mean, that is. I used to, like, when I would play football and all stuff. It was like, okay, athletes, and then I always started to build that mindset, like I can be just as good, if not better, than them.
Yeah.
So it wasn't no more, it wasn't so much just looking up to him. It was like, I see that. Now I want to be better. I get that saying. I'm gonna add this. So I take a little bit from everybody. But the ones that who truly motivate me are the ones I can call when the lights are off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Um, I know you said you are an athlete, you're a football player, and
Yes.
you are you're a realtor, your favorite realtor. I think
Yes.
that's what it is.
Yes.
Your
Your
client's
favorite realtor.
favorite realtor.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. So how did you get started? Explain to me and the listeners, what drew you to become your client's favorite realtor, and describe the journey for me that brought you to this point.
So for me, I mean, my mom, when I was 18, always said, "Hey, you need to get into business. You do this." I was a hard-headed football player. I'm like, "Mom, I'm on scholarship. I'm playing football." And it wasn't until my daughter's first birthday that I
Mm,
was like, you know what? It's when I actually passed my test. So she used to get on me. You could do it. You could do it. I started studying. One day I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna try this. And so on my daughter's first birthday, I woke up. No one knew where I was going. I took my test, passed the test. I came home and we celebrated. And then we celebrated her birthday all in the same day. So whatever age my daughter is, again, my wife, it was before I even had my second one. I am a year under. And so what got me to the me being everyone's favorite realtor, your favorite realtor, is the fact that there's nothing that I can't do or can't overcome.
ah,
There's no challenge that I'm a back away from. I'm not too good to learn as an expert. The best part about being an expert is not knowing the answers, is knowing how to get the answers and
okay.
not being yep, go ahead. And
No, no,
not
no, no.
being afraid of saying, "Hey, I don't know. Let me check it out." And even if you say I don't know, but you have confidence, "Hey, I don't know. I'll check it out and I get back." It's not that your clients see. I used to think like, "Oh man, if I say I don't know, they're not gonna like me. They're not gonna trust me." No, they would rather you say I don't know. I'll be back, or let me make a phone call. Let me double check. Than you to lie
Yeah,
or to pretend, right? Because you can pretend and not really lie. Oh yeah, or brush it off, and then the feedback you get is not what you want to have. So through the
yeah.
years, and again, I say well, straight out of frying pan into the fire. I didn't have pre-classes. I didn't have, Tuesday night studies. My mom was like, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna take you out. You're gonna figure this out, and you're gonna get it, and you're gonna scrape your teeth and scrape your elbows along the way." And that's
Yeah.
how I learned. That's how I learned football. That's how, everything I compare to football,
Mm-hmm.
because I
Mm-hmm.
remember, you see it on TV and it was actually real life. You see what coaches hold up the ball and they say, "This is not a football. This is more than football." And they're like, "Well, what is it?" "Oh, it's a pigs." No, no, this is the game of life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true.
Mm-hmm.
To
Mm-hmm.
me, every day I step out, every opportunity, it is fourth quarter, it is the goal line. And
Mm-hmm.
what are you going to do? You have one timeout left. What are
Mm-hmm.
you going to do? And through the years, I've learned to ask my clients, what did you like? What didn't you like? What could I have worked better on? And I continue to morph that into who I am today, which, yeah, I'm your favorite. Because why? I feel it, I walk it, I talk it. And if I'm not your favorite, as humbly as I can say this, that's your loss.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, yes,
So let me ask you this. I know you're very passionate,
yes,
and you said on your daughter's first birthday is when you took the test.
yes.
What drew you to become a realtor? Whether you could have become somebody else in your profession.
So I was in corporate America. And I mean, I went everything background. So I came home, worked for my brother. I sold frozen foods for his business. I was great. I was supposed to, so my minor's in marketing. And
Mm,
so I was going to start he used to push me, like, when are you going to do your marketing firm? When are you going to do your marketing firm? You only here to do your marketing firm. Like, dude, you need to go do something. So in that, met my wife, left, and I was like, I need insurance. I like this girl. I got to marry. I got to be a man. I got to get insurance. I got to get all this stuff. So I worked for TQL. So I sold freight. And I was old school TQL, where it was like Wolf of Wall Street. When I say disrespect across, when how to saying money make you a monster.
Yeah.
That environment made you a monster. And I remember quitting, and it was $30,000 on the table on a load, and I quit because I didn't like the person I was becoming. So I did corporate America. I sold credit card terminals over the phone. And for me, after selling frozen foods, it's like there's nothing I can't sell. I mastered, because being a salesperson is in you. You got to be able to talk. You got to be a people person, all this stuff. And so I sold credit card terminals. And then I stopped selling them. I started leasing them.
So you said you sold credit card terminals?
Over the phone. Never met you. It's all over the phone.
Got it.
And I stopped, and I used to be in the top 3 salesperson in my team. And then I stopped selling them and started leasing them. And yes, I got a residual, but I realized if I lease, not only does it just helps me in the long run, but it gives confidence and help to my clients who would listen. And prime example, and this is, again, what took me to real estate. If you took credit card payment, I would say lease this terminal. You'll say, Dannel, it's going to cost me $750 a month. Well, one terminal costs you $13. Yeah, but I'd rather pay one time and be done. Well, how often are you updating your phone? Let's talk about your phone. You hate it. Every time you update, you feel like iPhone or Android is forcing you to a new phone. You update, it gets slow, blah, blah, blah. And then you got to pay $1,300 again if it breaks or something happens, right? So if I give you a terminal and you pay $700 a month, then I always would get the feedback, well, you're going to get a residual. Oh, so what? Who cares? If I give you this phone or this terminal and you do an update and it messes up, guess what I do? I overnight you a new one. If I give you a terminal on Monday, you slam it up against the wall on Friday, I overnight you a new one, you have it Sunday, Monday. If something was to happen and you didn't like it, you can always call me. As long as you're leasing the terminal, I can always update you. It's going to take updates. It's going to be slow. It's going to break in 3 months. I am the person who realized people buy you and not the product. And as long as they say, how do you do what you do? Be the light. To carry the light is not heavy. Being light is not heavy. As long as I told you the truth, as long as I gave you what I stood on and what I believed in. I had a guy test me. He bought a terminal. He threw it against I don't know what he did, but he broke it. I didn't ask questions. Guess what happened? I overnighted him another one. So I went through that phase. I'm not an in the box individual cutter. I promised my wife 5 years. I gave her 7. I'm not a cookie cutter individual. And I was like, I'm gonna do real estate. I'm gonna do real estate. So when I passed it, I knew it was something bigger, and I could help people and get paid for helping people.
Got it.
And just to be real, when I started, I realized there was not enough knowledge going into people who look like me in real estate, how to invest. Because think about it, most ethnic groups learn to use money as a way to survive and pay bills, not as a tool. And it took my race, other races, other ethnics to sit me down like, yo, listen and understand this. Like, this is what you can do. And the more I got, it's like, yo, I'm doing first-time home buyers. I'm going to do this. And I fell in love with real estate so much. Every bathroom break, 30-minute break, I was out showing the houses so much, I ended up in HR.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I took our team from working every day in the office. It was like, yo, why can't we work from home? I was like, yeah, matter of fact, we should work from home twice a week. And people were complaining, no. And it was like, well, we're going to give you twice a week. And then they gave it to us. So twice a week, man, listen, at that moment, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Long as I could sell houses and help educate and help people who deserve to be in houses, make their dreams come true and be in the house and not be house poor and not wonder or not be and poverty and places and understand how you too can own the American dream, I wanted to do it. So yeah, that's and once I realized that and I could do it, and it became a passion, oh man.
That is how you became your client's favorite realtor.
That is how because I don't believe in, and this is, and then somebody could try to use it, try to take it, but they're not me. My relationships don't end at closings. They really begin. Because when you need someone, you need a plumber, you need an electrician, your garage door, you know, even if you got a home warranty, you're not thinking that. You're going to say, hey, this is the issue. Don't worry about it. Did you try this? Did you do it? Hey, I got it, guy. I got it, lady. Don't worry about it. I have someone for you. And that's where you see because most people close a deal and never talk to you again.
Yeah, yeah. That's beautiful. So you're saying relationship with your clients begin at the closing. Okay.
Yes.
Tell me how you currently define success. Has it changed since you started this journey?
My success used to be how large the house, the number, 500, 700, and all that. Don't get me wrong, I still like them. But 500, 700, whatever, that's one family. 5, I'm just throwing numbers out, right? 5 100,000s, I touched 5 families and made the same amount of money. So now my success is not just how much money I brought in, but how many lives did I touch in a way that make them say, hey, my daughter, my grandmother, my uncle, my cousin, my son, or I am now a household name. So again, it really does go back for me. Success is, how did I help better you? Are you going to call me tomorrow? When you give me the review, what does it say about me? Because regardless what these signs and these slogans and all this say, my name is my brand. Whether Lazo Group, your house is, it doesn't matter. You can forget any of that stuff. You will remember Dannel Shepard and how he made you feel. And it's almost like, and it's, you know, it's funny. People say you never forget your first. Well, guess what? I'm your first and your last and in between. And that mindset for me, as long as I make you feel good, you may go out and go to a bar and think about it. You know, just like relationships, you move on and be like, but if somebody doesn't surpass that, you can always have that little inkling back of, I remember when. So, I mean, they're just gonna have big shoes to fill.
It's beautiful. So I want to ask you this. What is one, you might have several, but what is one achievement you're most proud of?
Most proud of? When I jumped full time and I made it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What made you jump full time?
I added up the amount of effort and service I was given in the part-time time frame. And I said, imagine what I could do if I did this every day. And I prayed, I had a vision, and then I did it. It was eating away at me. And, you know, you can't pray for a vision. And when you pray for a vision, then it's like, okay, you get, you know, and then the next level, you get deeper. Like, yo, I don't just want a vision. I want to know it's right. Let me know. And then I don't want to know a vision and know it's right. Give me the discernment. Okay, vision, right, discernment, but not just the discernment. Allow me to be able to not just have it, but to truly listen and follow through with it. And when you get that deep and you get it and you don't listen to it, it's on you.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I mean, I did it. I was like the most proud moment. And to this day, like it still is, because when you get a vision, it's not a conference call.
Yeah.
It's not. It's with you and only. No one can understand it. No one gets it. No one sees it. It's you.
Yeah.
And only one who's going to celebrate you is you. And when you win, and as you're winning, if you're married, whatever, friends or family, then it's French. Look at we did. We're proud. We get it. But in the midst of it, oh man, you're kind of crazy and deranged. And to this day, I am still crazy and deranged because I am obsessed with what I do, because I love it. It's a passion.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
can tell. I'm sure the listeners can feel the passion too. And you get emotional. We can feel it.
It's a passion for me. It's not work. It's not a job. Can't say it's nights where it's like, man, but I learned to take the, man, I'm tired, this is crazy, to more so I try not to use the word crazy, because what you think is what it is, what you do that, and then it makes the day hard and challenging. More so like, it's Lord, give me the strength for the day. Because somebody would love to be Dannel with this crazy night, or only with 2 hours of sleep, or with this headache, that these questions, or that these, like, I stopped looking at clients as headaches, and now they're a blessing, because there's something in it that I have to learn. And in order for me to be your favorite, I have to complete this task and pass this test. Because if not, it's going to be a bigger task and a much bigger test.
Yep.
So pass what I can pass to the end. Man, I lie to you. I'd be lying if I say I don't still fall short. But every day, I make sure I pass what I can pass, so that I can get, because I do feel like the more, when you ask for something and you complain and it's like, well, you asked for it, then it's next time it's like, well, I'm only going to give you so much because I don't know if you're ready for it. I'm only going to, and so to me, it's like, listen.
Do you give fully?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And so you asked me, do I give or get fully?
Do you give fully? Because you're not sitting there judging whether that person can receive whatever you want to give. And are you holding back, or you're giving fully?
Oh, I give. And here's the thing. If you can't accept me or what I got and what I do and how I am,
yes, I get it.
Blessings to you. And I'm gonna always wish you success and well.
Yeah.
I'm not for everybody. I'm not made for everybody. And quite frankly, I don't know if I want to be for everybody, but I'm still gonna be your favorite. And if anybody I come across, yes. But it's yeah, I can't do this and have behind it.
Nice. So I know you mentioned briefly the Lazo group is part of your daughter's name. Is that what you said?
Yeah, so it's pronounced Lazo.
Lazo, sorry.
So everybody say Lazo. No, it's fine because you see it. So the reason I do it that way, because my daughter is Layla. So I took the La, and my other is Zoe. So Lazo.
Wow.
So
from Layla and Zoe, you took the Lay. Oh, wow.
Yep. So that's how the Lazo came about. Everybody say Lazo, and I get it, but it's the La off of Layla at the end, and the Zoe from Zoe, because why else am I am blessed. I have what I need. If I don't get nothing else, man, listen.
Yeah.
But I don't even do it for them, really. I do it for their kids.
Wow.
Because what my kids get is the vision of hard work, desire, passion, and doing it even when you don't want to do it. Yeah. That's the difference.
Yeah. You're amazing soul that, I could sense that, even the first time when I met you at the networking group, and I was like, wow. What is the greatest challenge that you overcame, that you had to overcome? What did you gain by overcoming that challenge?
The greatest challenge. My greatest challenge was to jump.
Jump in full time?
Yep.
Mm.
There's no safety net. There's no
Mhm.
one but you.
Mhm.
And I had to stop trying to prove it to my wife and kids and prove it to myself.
Is it
And
proving to yourself first or proving to your kids and family first?
no, I had to prove it to me.
Mm.
Because again, I started off trying to show them, watch, I can do it.
Mm.
And trying to show someone else and prove a point makes life stressful. It's because you can't focus because you're so busy trying to go over here and do this and do that. And I was just like, you know what? Again, it wasn't a conference call. So I'm just going to do me. And all I had to do every day was wake up and prove it to myself. And you guys get it. And when I got to that point, and it truly taught me that no matter what comes your way, this is just another obstacle like before. This is nothing. Missing a tackle, this is nothing. You just get back out there and strap up and do it again. Missing a client, this is nothing. This, like, my greatest challenge was being able to prove it to myself that I could do it.
Hmm.
When all safety is gone,
Mhm.
and it's you depending on you with the vision that you pray for, knowing that he got you no matter what. And that's that right there is, man, awesome.
So
And
what did you gain, in one sentence, what did you gain by overcoming the challenge? You said the greatest challenge was proving to yourself.
what I gained was a deeper faith and confidence.
Mm. In yourself.
Yep. Deeper faith in what I pray for into God, and confidence in myself, knowing it's gonna work out.
Mm.
Just got, all I gotta do is show up. Put the gotta put the, I gotta take two, I gotta make, well,
Yeah,
you gotta
show
you gotta
up.
move your feet.
That's huge. Yeah, you fit it all in those two words. Show up. Show
Show
up
up.
for ourselves, right?
Show up. Because who else gonna do it?
Yeah. Thank you for saying that because people need to hear that. That makes me feel emotional, and I'm sure the listeners can feel it too because we need to show up for ourselves. Then, our family, everybody around us can feel it, see it, sense it. All of
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And yes, with the faith in ourselves, faith in God or universe or whatever their source that they are believing in, faith.
Correct. Yep.
Um, and just show up, like you said, you're giving a metaphor of football, and
Yep.
I'm sure the athletes can relate to that. But no matter what the challenge is, we can get up, believe
Get
in
back up.
ourselves, and hold on to that faith and show up for ourselves.
Yep.
And if that shows as an individual, no wonder you are your client's favorite realtor because that shows your freaking integrity and the trust you have in God and trust you have in yourself
Yes,
that
ma'am.
you got this.
Yes, ma'am. My coach, I remember one day I was missing tackles. And here's, if people want to take this, whoever see this, I'm gonna show you. This is what else that gets me going. I was once, look, at the time in college, I was number 2 in our division in the MEAC for tackle for losses, right before I had got injured. And I was reading the stats and I was getting full of myself. And I showed up to a game. We played Norfolk State. Was it Norfolk? I believe. And oh yeah, I believe so. But I was missing tackles. And my coach sat me down. He said, Dannel, what's going on? I said, Coach, I don't know. And he was like, man, you need to listen to me. He said, I got one question. Are you a winner? I said, yeah. He said, are you sure? And I said, yeah. He said, so what do winners do? I said, what? He said, in order to be a winner, what must you do? I said, win. He said, what do winners do? I said, win. He said, what's important now? I said, what? He said, what's important now? W-I-N. If you focus on what's important now, not 2 seconds ago, not a second ago, right now, not 3 minutes from here, not a minute from now, not 2 seconds from now, but literally right now, if you focus on what's important now, you will always win.
That is amazing. Thank you for saying that.
Yes, ma'am. Like that.
Good. Now I'm going to add that, and whoever is listening, please, if you haven't added that to your morning meditation, morning vision, whatever it is, when put it on top, in front of your bed, and so you are seeing that before you go to bed, and then when you get up in the morning, because that is when the theta waves in your brain are activated.
Yes.
And that is a great time before we go to bed, saying being grateful for whatever it is important now. What?
Right now. Yes.
And so yes, to be grateful for whatever you have. What is important now is being grateful for that moment.
Yep.
You get up in the morning, what is important now? Because you're breathing, you got up. Not everybody who goes to sleep gets up. So what's important now? You got already a win. Wow. How many wins can you have in a day? Multiple, you know,
Yes.
countless. So you can
Yes.
have many wins, and the win is what is important now.
What's important now? And
Thank you for saying that.
if you always live by that, you have no choice but to be a winner.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks to your coach, whoever your coach is,
Yeah.
now his words are coming through you, and no wonder you said you are a mentor as well, and this is huge. And thank you for sharing that. What's important now? Wow. Okay. Oof. Yeah, I got like adrenaline rush from
I,
head to toe.
listen, I almost ran through the wall myself, and I was like, "Wait, we don't have any pads on."
So, how do you stay motivated? I'm sure, you have your moments too. How do you stay motivated?
Knowing why I started.
Hmm.
Um, I got a couple poems. Invictus, see it through. Another poem, it couldn't be done. Um, if and I always like, and it is challenged, but I always know that it could be worse.
Mhm. So
Now,
why did you start?
you say it again.
Why did you start? You said knowing why I started.
Yeah, knowing like why am I like if I'm having a bad workout, why did you start? What was your whole point? What's your whole purpose? If today, understanding again why I did whatever I did that day for the motion. That is what helps me stay motivated. If it's was to make sure that my client got everything they needed, then if I'm drained or tired or down, but why? Well, why are we here? You had a goal, you had a vision. So why? And then I just break it down. So like for me to be motivated, and then just knowing that there's nothing that can't be done or over, like there's no obstacles that you can't overcome. It just may take a little longer. It's literally, and I know we always say, you know, I know we always say, hey, time is not on our side. We don't have that much time. Time is not this, time. But at the end of the day, time is only relative to what you make it be. I get it. Tomorrow's not promised. But what I don't get done today after giving my all today will take care of itself tomorrow. Yeah. And knowing when to say, listen, I've done what I could do.
Yeah.
But I think my years of being an athlete and just you know, I really feel like I'm just, man, being an athlete, it has helped a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, it's yeah, I
It's
not,
your why. Yeah. That's what you want to focus on when you're to stay motivated.
yeah,
What is the one reason why you started, whatever you started, whether it's working out, whether it is going to job, or whether it is taking care of your health, or whatever that is,
yep.
you
Why?
know?
Why did you even start it today? If you're gonna mope and complain, then why did you know, if you're gonna do it, then do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No
and
excuses.
I teach my daughters, and some people, I don't care if you cry. We
Mm-hmm.
all cry, but you only get about a minute, two to max, to stand still crying. Other than that, if you're gonna cry, keep moving. Keep moving. Nothing kills time like crying and standing still. If you're gonna cry, keep working.
Yes.
Sing a
Thank you.
song. Just
Mhm.
don't stand there and act defeated. And that's just,
Mhm.
some people, you're tough, but the world, listen, no matter what you do, the world gonna keep turning. So you might as well move along with it.
That is amazing, Dannel. Thank you for saying that because it reminds me of my brother said kind of like that. I was going through some, turbulent times and I was crying. And you know what he said? He said, give yourself permission to cry, whether it is 5 minutes or 10 minutes. He didn't say, cry, but keep moving. I like that too. But he said, give 5 minutes or 10 minutes, sit there and cry, be in that moment. After that, get up, get moving, do not look back. So to this day, I still remember that. So your version is, um, if you're crying, there is no point in crying and staying still. If you're crying, keep moving.
Yeah, because and I look at it like,
Because
so
movement
it's,
is medicine. Movement
yeah,
is medicine. At the same time, we want to acknowledge those emotions and not
yes,
like, oh yeah, I don't want to cry. I don't want to do that. Then that boils up and it shows up in some other form. It shows up as hatred or it
yep,
shows up as, being mean to somebody else because I'm suppressing those emotions. And I don't want to show, yes, and especially with women, like, oh yeah, I'm sure with men too, like, oh, you are a man, you cannot cry. I'm like, who says that?
don't
On
believe in that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you, real men cry. I'm gonna tell
yeah.
you that. And here, so I'll give you another, because I know you like, I think you like my analogies or metaphors. So, um, when it rains, cows lay down, buffaloes run towards the storm and run through the storm. So no matter what, you're gonna go through the storm. How long do you want to stay in it? So if you lay down and cry, it feels
Mm,
like the storm is forever. But if you get up and push through the storm, you'll get through it much faster than if you stood still. Now, and I get it. There's different scenarios and different times in life where you do just got to stand and like, and I get it. There are some heavy times. But again, if you still figure out how to, whether it's with death, whether it's something, still figure out how to move, that storm, that weight becomes easier and becomes lighter because you didn't just stay there. And that is my whole thing. Like, you're gonna have a bad day.
mm,
And it's a bad day. We all have them, but I don't know. Maybe it's my upbringing. Like, hey, and again, because I have girls, we have tea parties and we do all that stuff, and I want them to be in touch with it. But
mm,
I mean, I'm just being real. I have black little girls, and the world that they may face may not care about your tea. Daddy might, mama
mhm,
might,
mhm,
but in world, right? And I pray it changes. I hope they get something better. But right now, I have to prepare you for what you don't know for. So when you go in that car, cry, get back, wipe it off, get out the car, and you got to keep moving. Go in your office,
mm,
whatever it is, but you got to keep going.
mhm.
So
Thank you. Wow. Yeah. Who is listening? I'm sure they are enjoying this because I'm enjoying it. I'm so glad we are having this conversation. What does your typical morning look like?
shoot, my mornings lately have been different from my mornings previously. So I have cycles.
Okay.
Normally I'm up at 3 in the gym by 3:30. I'm back home about 4:45, meditate, pray till about 5:15, 5:30. At that time, if I got any like inspection reports or files, check out what's new on the market. If I got a listing that needs to go live, I do all my paperwork for my clients. And then if I can by 6, hopefully I can go to bed and get a 45-minute nap. By 6:45, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a dad. By 8 o'clock, I drop the kids off. By 8:30, I drop the kids off. My first appointment is 9:30 if I can. And or if not, I'm in the office again, working, doing more, client stuff, trying to get more business, trying to, do networking. By 12, if everything's done and I'm caught up, I take a nap.
Wow.
But
So,
yeah,
so that is your usual routine?
yeah, I'll do that for about 3, 4, 6 would be the longest. I say about roughly 4 months, 4 to 5 months straight. And then routine I have now is I sleep in till 7.
Mm.
And then I'll get the kids up. But then my workout now is, or I get up at 6:30, and now I work out, like I do more cardio, like burpees and jump rope. And I do that till, because if I get up at 6:30, my latest I'll work out till 6:50, so I get dressed and cleaned up, or till 7, because we gotta be at the house by 7:30. And then everything else remains the same.
So, this sounds like a silly question. Why burpees and jump rope?
Because burpees are the most hated workout ever.
Mm-hmm. Why you do it?
Because of the results in life that you want are on the other side of the things you hate to do.
Say that again. Wow.
And I know people who listen like, man, he got to let them know, but like I live it, and I get reminded, my Instagram, my Facebook, my quotes, because my podcast, the things that you need to do and you don't want to do, or you delay. That's why, and I know the calorie burn and results of burpees if you do them correctly. So I can spend 4 or 5 hours in the gym and hit the weights, or I can do 10 sets of 10 burpees and get a full body workout and go on with my day. And
okay,
and so for me, jump rope is, I hate running. Now that the results on the other side of that, I can get it through everything else. I just was never a runner. Now, can I do it? Yes. Did I used to run 3 miles? Yes. I ran track. I was a hurdler. I was a sprinter. I ran the 110. I ran the 100-yard. I ran the 200 and the 4x2. Yes, I did all that. I just don't like running.
But the jump rope is a full body workout too. I love it too.
Half an hour. If I don't do burpees, I do a half an hour. So like today, my buddy tagged me in 2 Instagram videos and Facebook, and he called me out, and he was like, yo, I'm doing 100 jump ropes and I'm doing 100 push-ups for the day. I tagged him back. I said, I'm the wrong one to come after. I just did 1,000 turns, 100 burpees, and 100 push-ups. See you next week. And I just, everything, again, that's football. Everything's a sport, or whatever you choose it to be. But find one thing you told me is like that clamp.
Yeah, anchor. Yeah.
That anchor. I remember what I looked like when I was cut in college. I remember the sacrifices I made. I remember the work. I will be there. In the midst of getting there, that challenge, like, that's an anchor without the pressure points and the pull down. It's the fact that I got a bum knee. I have a degenerating patella tendon. You challenge me. Okay, let me wrap this up real quick. Because and again, this could be me growing up, but I'm not afraid to cry. But also I was taught like, yo, there's weakness is what you make of it. Like, I'm smart enough to know, like, even my doctor says, push, in order to get strong, you got to build up your quad, your knees are going to bother you, but go to your level 6. Not his level 6, her level 6, their level, whatever your level 6 is. I don't, and even if you stop coming here, don't go past your level 6.
Because you know your limitations, you know your boundaries. Yeah.
Yeah. And my pain tolerance.
That's a good point, and that is true though. Movement is medicine, but yes, know what your body is capable, and yes, yeah,
Yeah.
respect those boundaries that your body
Yes.
provides. Yes.
And you set that up for life. Like, clients, people, I know what I want to deal with. Doesn't matter how big the check is. If I don't like your attitude, I don't like, we're not a good vibe, or I feel like my integrity is going to be tarnished because of the things you want to do or how you move, I'd rather keep my name, my brand, and my smile and my good faith out here than just to get a check, because what you do for that dollar shows who you really are when no one else is looking. And I gotta be me.
Yes. Do you have any regrets, Dannel?
I'll say I live with no regrets.
Okay.
If I were to consider one, I probably would have been a realtor sooner. But the reason it's not a regret for me, and that's why I say it's an asterisk. At the moment of when it was brought to me, I was doing what I loved at the moment. So I can't call, like, everything I've done, I've learned something from, and it made me who I am today.
Beautiful.
So there's no true, like, I wish I would have, I wish I know. Now I do take that information and tell my nephew, hey, I was there. Take what I got, get your license, and now you can be better than me when you're now my age. But
Yeah.
do I regret not doing it? No.
Yeah.
Because I'm where I'm supposed to be at the time that God wants me to be there, and that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what is one thing? I think you answered it, when we were talking about something else, but I want to still ask you, what is one thing others value and you do not?
Outside of money, caring what other people think. I mean, here's the thing. You got a business. There is a perception. I can't be a drunk. Like, now, there's some podcasts, my clients, we come on, we have a drink, we have a sip. Like, you have your life, right? Am I going to go out and get wasted? No, because yes, this still is perception. But like, me really caring about what you think of me, whatever you do, don't pay my bills. It doesn't. I could care less. So what? You might have a good idea. You might. It's a difference between, hey, you've never been in this room before. Here's how people act. Kind of fill it out. That's not the same of, well, Dannel, I don't think you should do this, and this is not what it. My name is Dannel.
Yeah.
Listen, I can only be me. I don't. Some people think I'm nice, some people think I'm great, and some people like, who think he is? He must, and that's what people like. I tell my daughters, and obviously it's a cuss word, and people are like, oh, he must think he's the stuff. No, but you do, because you had that thought. So the fact that you thought that I thought I was the stuff, I must be.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like. Only thing I told you I was your favorite realtor. If you don't like me, then guess what? I'm their favorite. So I'm somebody's favorite.
Yes. Yes. I like that. So you don't care for whether people validate you or not, you are being yourself, your authentic self.
I gotta be me. That's why you like me.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's really nice. Okay. This will be interesting to see what your answer is. If you have in your power to create one principle or one law that is going to be beneficial for everyone around you, What would that be?
The same knowledge and resources that the wealthy have to provide, not hide, not parse out, not to reword, but the same resources, the same knowledge, and the same opportunities. Because in my industry, people will judge and say, well, you never sold over here. I never see your signs. You've never done this. You know why I haven't? Because you haven't given me the opportunity. You know why that person? Because you may be comfortable with how they look, how they talk, how they walk, and I could be different. So now, no matter what race, creed, sex, whatever you choose to be, give them opportunity. Everybody needs one opportunity. You're one opportunity away for being exactly what you want to be. And once you get that one, you master that level. And guess what? You're another opportunity. Each opportunity takes you further and closer. And so, yes, the same equal opportunities and resources. Because if everybody was treated fair, man, listen, you know, especially in the industry that I learned, there's so much that's not explained across the boards or not given. Again, like the opportunities, but you just got to go create them and take them. You know.
Yes. So you will create that law or principle. Okay. So if there is not an opportunity or knowledge or resources given, go ahead and create and take them.
Take them. Because
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you got to take them. You got to make them. You got to make your own opportunities, and that's why you can't care when you step in that room. You have to be you. You got to you got to stand on what you know, and what you don't know. Go get the information and come back. And either they'll respect it and take it, or they won't. And guess what? You learn something. It's never, as long as you learn. For me, it's not a loss.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Every setback is a learning opportunity. If we choose to look at it as a learning opportunity. Yeah. So that's exactly, you're saying is if there was not an opportunity, if there was not a resource, if there was not knowledge given to anyone, the listeners, go ahead and create and take it.
Yeah. Figure out whatever that opportunity is, then how are you going to get? And it's like my thing for this year is to be intentional. Put yourself into places. Go. When I started, I used to like, yo, I'm going to the bars. Why are you going to the bar? By myself. Why? You know how many people just sit there? You know how many friends I can make within 10 minutes at a bar by myself? I used to take myself out on, I call the wife, hey, I'm going out tonight. Where are you going? To the bar. Going to here. And we can sit down and I can easily make any conversation about real estate. And before I leave, I'm going to give out at least 5 or 10 cards. Create your opportunity, create your space, create the resources, because people, like that fake it till you make it. It's almost like that, but people help those who they see is trying to help themselves. And people, like, don't get me wrong, I'm a giver. I give, I help. But someone on the corner begging versus someone who constantly show up, not in the proper dress code, may not have the best haircut, but they the mannerism, they kind of rough and they can learn something, but you see that they're trying, you're more likely to be like, come on, let me show you.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And universe and God helps those who help themselves too.
Yes. You got to move. If you say take 2 steps, right? You got to move your feet.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my God, I enjoyed every moment of our conversation. I know we were planning to cut it short, but I enjoyed every moment, and there is so many learning opportunities, and I learned so much. And thank you for being so open and authentic and sharing, because my listeners would love, love, love it, and because you shared so many golden nuggets. Create your own opportunities. You are one opportunity away. And oh my God, yeah, weakness is what you make of it. I can go on and on and on. And you said about the storm analogy and how you stay motivated and win. What is important now? That was a big takeaway. So, anything that I missed that you want to add? And before you wrap it up, I want you also to share if there is anything I missed, and also how can people connect with you?
Okay. So um we didn't miss any. What I want to get across to people is be true to you, be genuine. If you loud, be loud. If you got energy, be energy, because there's some, and yes, you can get, I'm gonna say crucified or get beat up, or people, you're the bad guy in the room. But if you don't like something, board meeting, in a room, on a team, and it doesn't fit right, be you, speak up, because someone around you may need you to show them it's okay to be me. It's okay to tell you I don't like it. And if you don't like me not liking what you like, we got a problem. And if you can think it, if you can dream it, if you can see it, touch it, and smell it, it's really yours. You just got to move to go get it. And the moment you realize that, the blood, the sweat, the tears, when you realize it's only a minute away, it's only a day, it's only 60 seconds, it's only, man, it's can I um I want to find this poem. I'm sorry. I want to. I just.
Yeah, sure. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Let me see. Um.
This is amazing.
Let's see.
And while he is looking for it, what he was trying to say is maybe somebody else is hesitant to voice their opinion, but if you see, if you are not in alignment with what is being said around you, then speak up and voice your opinion, because you might be the voice for somebody else who is hesitant to speak up.
Yes. And here's a poem by Benjamin E. Mays. It's called "Life Is Just a Minute." I've only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it. But it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give an account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. So
I'm
life is
getting
what
goosebumps.
life
Just
is what you make of it.
how can people connect with you, Dannel?
Thank you. So actually I'm very open. My phone number is 513-703-0370. My email is drs@yourhouseskey.com. Website yourhouseskey.com. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. All are Your House is Key. Is my tags, and everything's ran together. Again, yeah, that's how you reach me. I'm accessible. I don't run from anybody.
Thank you. And I'll add all of that to the podcast notes. Um, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. This is like, I love it.
Yes, me too. Me too. I love every moment of it. You come across, your energy is very contagious, and your spirit is very uplifting.
Thank you.
And I'm sure all the listeners of Align with Your Dharma can feel your energy, even through the internet space. Thank you for being yourself. And may you have all the blessings, all the resources, all the knowledge, all the opportunities so you can help more people
Yes.
with your energy.
Thank you. I received that. I'm claiming it, and because you said it, I have it. So I'm going to go get it. Thank you.
Take care.
You too.